Right, we're going to have another go at painting a landscape. Hopefully Facebook will allow it this time. So we're going to do the same colours. I've changed it round, I'm doing it as a portrait and not a landscape. So we're going to start off with the same colours, sap green. We'll do it at the bottom. Hopefully the water will come out this time. But we never know if Facebook are going to allow it. So we just go straight across, bit of sap green, that'll do for the water. And we're going to put some colour up into the top part, which is going to become leaves. Now on the last one I done, it was flat water. I might try and put a waterfall in this one. So we've got a nice bit of colour. That'll do for that. So again, straight into the yellow, just to tap in to get some leaves. Getting some leaves the same way. We want that light to come in, so my light's coming from the right hand side. I'm just going to catch a few leaves. So we do the same thing, put a few more at the top. Soften them down just a little. I'm going to put a few brighter ones in. Don't want to do exactly the same as last time. And then we're going to start to get darker over this side. Still see a little bit. I'm going to bring it out just a touch there. And then at the top, we're going to make that even brighter. Now on this one you should see how the tree trunks are painted much better. So this is all just a little bit of background. I'm going to change the angle just a little bit on these, so they meet in the middle, but I don't want these light this side. Yeah, we're nearly done there. A little bit lighter over there. I think that will do for that one. Now we come straight into our little thin brush, just to put a few of the little tree trunks in the background. Again, don't do them neat. We need this to look quite natural. So I think that'll do for them. Then we come in with the fan brush, just to put a few of the highlights on. Now these ones are just stand out a little bit more, so it's not all flat. don't want too many. Just enough to set it in a little bit. Now we can put some nice bright ones just sitting there because it's quite dark. I think because it's nice and dark there, we could put one that the light's just taking that one right at the top. Leave a little gap and just do another quick one there. And before you know it, you've got loads of trees. So there we go. Now, I'm going to wash that because I'm going to do a waterfall. So we want a clean brush. Now, one side we can put in straight away. So if I just go and just put a bit of dark just there, nothing too much. Then I can come along with a little bit of white, maybe a bit too much on this, wipe some of that off. Let it crash down just there, just a little bit. Then we can put the other side of the waterfall in, otherwise the water will fall out. Again, you don't take too much care, but it's done. Let's put a little highlight on it so you can see it. So this one we're going to mix a bit of dark sienna and titanium white. It's not over mixed. We just want to see a bit of highlight. The light's coming in from the right hand side. So we just change some angles just a little bit there. And we know the light would catch the top of that one, and probably that one. And that'll be that. Now, I like doing another waterfall. So we're going to do them both ways. And then we can splash. And then we can put a few more rocks to hold that one in. And another little rock to hold that. So now we've got the waterfall that's coming both ways. I'm going to wash that brush out again. Want white on it. Now this time, mix a bit of sap green, cadmium yellow, yellow ochre to dull it down. Let's do a little bank just along here. Again, get that angle right and it'll give you the perspective. There, so the rock's in. This side I'm going to come down a little bit steeper. So we got up and down. And we'll give this a little wash out because we're going to use the bigger brush in a minute. making sure it's very clean and dry. So I could probably get 1 or 2 trees in there. So let's take a tiny piece of the white. Now we've got to straighten this a little bit there. So we've got a little bit coming down. I want to put just a little bank coming off before we come into the water. And again, we can put some bigger rocks that side. And that's ready for highlighting. Again, nice and dry. Let's put some highlight on that side. This side, probably catch just the edges. But it's darker that side. So we're okay now. Let's get a nice tree. So maybe one big trunk coming down from there. So we've got, oh, there's a big tree. So one big tree. Now we're going to come along to highlight. So again, titanium white and dark sienna. And we put the highlights on the tree on the right hand side. Make that a little darker. Just let the knife bounce over, just to give you the bark. A little bit of highlight at the top. Now I said in the last one that I do like putting blue in a tree for reflected light. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. So the left side of the tree, just put a little bit of blue. And it's highlighted with a bit of titanium white. There we go for that. Now I'm just going to bring a bit of highlight out just there. Make it come into one. And a little bit there. That'll do for that one. And then we can come back to the fan brush. We'll sink the bottom of that tree in. And while we're doing that, we can do the bank to bring it together. Now this time, I know we've got green in the water already, but I'm going to put just a few little reflections, a bit stronger. So we just put a few pieces there, and I'm going to put a few pieces over that side. Then with a nice clean brush, I'm just going to pull this down very lightly. I'm going to pull that side down a little. So that's that side now. I'm going to come in with a little bit of white just to give it a sparkle. I'm going to pull that. Almost done. Let me turn it over very, very lightly. We pull in, making sure it goes flat. And we can pull this side. Must make sure it comes to the middle. Yeah, you've almost got a painting. So we just come along, make sure we put a little water line in. And then we do the other side. Now, we've got something in that dark area. So I've got my thinnest brush, little brown brush. I've got straight through Van Dyke brown. And I'll go one side light. So it's dark and light. Light's coming from that way. And then we can just do a little thinner. So now we've got two trees, and then on this one we can put just a few little leaves. Don't want too many on this. So just a tiny little tree. And there we have a painting. I think this one may have taken a little bit longer than the other one, but hopefully you've I've just seen somewhere I've forgotten. I forgot to bring that together. Definitely need that in together. And there we go. Hope this one's worked out so you can see the water. Let me just straighten that a little. Right, done.